Alright, so after I had turned the video off for the last one, for doing the birds, and removed the stamps, I realized I hadn't colored his beak. So I've colored it yellow, but in coloring it yellow, I have covered some of that black. So I wanted to show you how to fix it so that if that happens to you, you know exactly what to do. Now, because I'd already moved that stamp, there's no way, because these are rubber stamps, there's no way for me to position it so that I know it's exactly in the right spot easily. So I have another Posca pen. It's black and it's got a really fine tip. So in order to get those lines back, all I'm going to do is use my fine tipped black Posca and just color them back in. It's not perfect. It's not exactly the same as the stamped image, but likely whoever you're giving your card to is not going to know exactly what the stamped image looks like to know the difference. So in this video, we're going to be adding the hats and the gift. But before we add the gift, I want to put a little bit of a base beneath the birds. So all I'm doing is coloring a little bit with a marker and then rubbing it with my finger to smear it. You don't necessarily need to do that. I just kind of felt that it looked better with them standing on something, and that color is within the image anyways, so it goes with it. So I am going to put, where's the birthday hat? The birthday hat on this guy here. And I am going to put, there it is, this little hat on her. And then the birthday present in between them. Oh. You want to make sure that your stamps are actually the right way so that you can stamp them. There we go. And I'm deliberately putting the present a little bit in front of her. So I'm going to put those stamps onto our background. And I know they're perfectly positioned. There we go. And now we can ink them. This one here didn't stamp absolutely perfectly, but that's okay. When we go to restamp it, once we're done coloring, it will be perfect. I'm just using my yellow to stamp it in, and then I made her flower in her hat the pink. You may get a little tiny bit of the hat stamped in front of her, and all I did to fix that was to put a little bit of the marker over top of it. So that hat is done. Now let's do the birthday hat. And it's no problem that we are coloring right in front of his head because we're not going to see that behind it. So by having acrylic markers that are opaque, it gives you a little bit more freedom when you're placing your stamps, because you know that they're going to completely cover what's underneath it, so you don't need to worry about something showing, which makes it really fun. You know that you're not going to have to cut anything out. And then last but not least, we're going to color the birthday present. Now obviously some of the images from this set are going to be easier to color than others. This marker set that I got isn't very fine tipped, so some of the really tiny areas are a little bit more challenging to get into. Tiny little sliver over there. And then let's put a blue ribbon on the gift. There we go. And now let's restamp it to get all those details back. There we go. And we got that little piece back in front of her head. I should have waited until the second step to do that, but that's okay. We can still correct it now. All right, so these hats are going to get put away, And I will see you in the next video, and we will add the balloons and color them.